Okay, we can have conversation now.
Yeah, no, I was just confused because I was vegan and I'm trying to implement meat all the time. And then like I like more the vegan, the foods, the stews and all these. But there's a lot of people now who say that bone broth and chicken broth and like there's also these people who are extreme. They just say only meat based diet and maybe fruits, but no vegetables and things like
Yeah,
that.
so
So like
this is not right approach. That's what I'm saying, is that you have to know what is good for you, and this is the
okay,
personalized approach, and this is
okay,
only what you have to find out. Can I have this? Is this Antonia diet? Is this Radka diet? Is Nadira diet? And each
okay.
of us will have a different one, and that's the
Mhm.
magic. So all these camps like vegan and keto and all that, yes, you can be inspired, but I like, this is not what it is about. It's about you, like what you can have. I'm sure that some people, they thrive after eating steak every day. Like I know
Yeah.
some of them, but you know, like I don't need to go far. Like my husband can't have no meat, and I can't have no meat either. I tried, and I was like losing muscles because I can't be just, this is not my genetic. My ancestor all ate meat. Majority ate meat. So this is the, so always you have to tune in. Like you have to get inspired by all these diets and learn from them, but at the end of the day you have to follow your own body, and that's the message that was this week, because this is only way how I can heal, because we all have same thing, we all have rosacea, but our healing will be different length, we will have different healing modalities, and we will use different food. So yes, some of us can heal on vegan, and some of us can heal on paleo. It's like, it's, I know one doctor that she Mark Hyman, he invented vegan diet, like vegan
Mhm.
and paleo. So it's really, I think this is where the work on yourself starts, and really figuring out, okay, what my body needs. And that's
Mhm.
where we always, this, if you follow this, you can, whatever, it's like, this is just a noise. Like we have to, yes, of course plants contain these kind of, they call it anti-nutrients, like lectins and all these, but these phytochemicals, but we have to know how some plants we can't have raw. So some, that's why we're cooking them. Like you can't have like quinoa, quinoa, you can't have beans raw, right? You have to cook them, and this is how you change the structure so it can be digestible for us. uh, Nutrition science is very conflicting, and I don't even want to go there. But you have to find out what is really good for you, and I would follow that always. I would always follow that.
Thank you. That's very, very nice. You're
No,
perfect.
it's really, because more, it will be, it will never stop. It always be, pointing
Right.
fingers, and we just have to detach, because we create more stress with this approach, kind of like no. I'm welcome
Thank you.
to everyone. Like if you're vegan, it's fine. If people are paleo and eat meat, it's fine as well. We just have to focus on really good source of nutrients. That's most important, and really focusing what the body, how does the body feel when we having this food. So that's, I think, is most important. I
Thank
hope
you.
that answered your question a little bit.
That's more than answers. Thank you very much. Yes, that was
Yeah,
the
it's
right room.
complex. It's complex. Yeah, Nadira. Hi. And by the way, you can
Um,
turn on camera as well. I see just my face. I want to see your face too.
hey, I just wanted to ask that for the elimination, do I have to start first week like eat same food every day, or do I have to start different food? Because I saw some comments, people say I started with chicken and quinoa and cauliflower step by step and adding the rest, because when I eat as I told you, when I eat broccoli and asparagus, and when I started, my face became little bit clear this couple of days, but my stomach was bloated and stuff, so
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
I had the same. I could not have this food either because I had SIBO, but I'm not saying that you have SIBO, but I had this similar issue. I could not have vegetables, and I remember asking this question you asking. I changed everything. I did I took all the sugar away and the flour, and then I ended up eating vegetables. I'm thinking, is this right? I feel awful. So it's only because it's like, it's such a big change. Imagine that you are feeding all your life these bed bugs, and then suddenly, like, so you just have to be patient. It takes time. Like, this really takes time. It's a long-term commitment. Like, if you really want to get better, it's long-term, especially with the eye. It's really a focus on the omega-3, omega-6, absolutely. But if so, the elimination diet is important, that it's short-term, and we again, I'm really doing it all in the program, so I don't want to give you like short information that you will not do it correctly, but I just tell you the basics. We take off out alcohol, sugar, gluten, eggs, and dairy. And then for advanced is nightshades, vegetables, and corn and soy, because corn and soy are GMO. Yes, you can have corn as organic, someone asked in the group, but soy and corn are GMO, and they can as well be kind of triggering you, because what we really want is to find out what are the triggers that creating this inflammation in our gut. And so so what we do is we do this for 1 week. The gluten and sugar, I usually, that they goes like last back. So how you do that? So you will do this for 1 week. You eat all the other foods. It's all, I have so many food options and so on. So you do that for 1 week. You eat really good meals, high nutritions, but without these 6 or how many they are. And then the first day, then you start adding them back. Maybe you just put eggs. So you start with the eggs, and you didn't have eggs for 1 week, and you start having eggs, and no reaction. If you have headache, or if you have tummy ache, if you have anything, if you're suddenly tired, it's all sign that you don't tolerate this food, this eggs, for example. Some people, for them, it's so you have to tune as well, like how is the egg cooked, because some people, they can have like cooked that is really cooked well, or they will have an inflammatory reaction after a little bit of raw egg. So all these nuances really matter. But if you have no symptoms after egg, you eat it again at lunchtime, and again you're watching your body. Do I have reaction or I don't? And then you go further. So you see, okay, well, twice I had an egg with the food that were with, I had a whole week. I can have eggs. So you tick, okay, I can have eggs. And then you go with each of the item. But sugar and gluten, I would do a last. So that will take, you will be without gluten and sugar for like 4 weeks, because before you do the whole food, it will take maybe 3. It usually takes 3 weeks. So because the thing is that even we can regenerate all these the cells. Wait, where is it? I show you again. These cells in these cells we can regenerate pretty well, fast. It takes 3 days. It's such a big surface. You need, usually the scientists from Harvard, they're saying 3-4 weeks, 4 weeks in without gluten. And I can tell you that I'm of gluten. I can eat sourdough bread, but I know that I'm better off. I'm not risking. And honestly, I found hardest to replace cream. like cream, like whipped cream. You can't do it from coconut. You can't do it from you can't replace. This is, for me, was the hardest one. I said, how I replace the cream? But now when I have a cream, it's like, it's fine. So this is not, it's just temporary. All these foods, it's temporary. Of course, you will stay with some of these that you will discover that feels so good. Your body will feel so good that you will not like to go back to the old way of eating. That's what usually happens. Like, it's just so amazing. But you have to make sure that you're eating some nutrients. So and really the best is when I was sharing yesterday the GAPS diet. So as well from Ayurveda, we know that, which is ancient we have really the science is like 4,000 years old. All these food should be really well cooked, like they should be cooked so the gut has no much job with that food. Because if you eat a raw food, it can be really difficult in the beginning as well. It can be difficult as well to with this the detoxifying vegetables. That's why it's really good to start just eating a lot of soup and slowly incorporating all these other foods, if that will answer your question. And I will share with you some recipes for sure.
Oh, okay.
Did that answer your question, or it was
For
too much? Not sure.
no. You answered it exactly as I wanted, but in the program, so you're gonna give us the elimination tips, all that, right?
Yes. So how the programs works, it's basically we start all together and we do it together. And so there is now at the moment there is like 52 the 52 sessions, like educational sessions, and this will be something that when I will be with you every week. So we do that elimination diet together. Obviously, it's best if you ask your doctor if you can do that, and if it's green light, we do it together so I can support you and tell you, well, no, this vegetable is not so good. People usually will, and things like that. So it's like we will do it together like this. I hope you'll be then on camera so we can know each other, and it will be like a really warm environment so we can like really like, I don't know how to say, I can give you as much love as I can to give you so you can heal, and we can do it together because the science still is not clear what is the best. And that's why this time I'm running clinical study, and it's like it's 4 months. This program will be 4 months. So it will be, I ran last year 7 months program, and people improve after 4 months. So I'm thinking it can be 7 months can be like, ugh, like it's too much. So I don't want to overwhelm anyone. And of course, I can give you support as well after that. But the clinical study, I really want that we figure it out, like what is it that really is triggering the rosacea, and we put some like guidelines together, and that so we can know more and we can learn from each other. Because I have, as I said, I suffer with everything I had to go back to my soul and see what's there, and I had to go to my body to search for some answers. So it's very it's not something that you can do overnight, but I know that if you put these things in a place, you can heal. Because that's something that we know already from science, that we've seen that the gut health is absolutely critical to go there and explore what we can do better. And really, this is especially for someone who lacks the knowledge about nutrition and is really confused. There's a lot of confusion, and it's really scared to do the wrong decision. I heard this so many times, like, oh, I'm scared to do that. So I don't want that you live in this scarcity and it's anxiety, because again, this scarcity anxiety will create more stress, and it can again lead you to more inflammatory state. And as well, so again, we're talking about mindset, right? Anxiety, the fear, these are the traits that we all have when we are in this state that we are. And I just want to really guide you, take your hand and walk with you to other side, that you don't feel this way. And really, if you want to start really living healthier lifestyle, this is for someone who believes that this is the way forward, like the whole body approach, because that's the approach of functional medicine. And this is something that I'm passionate about. And really, who likes to know what to eat and how to take care of the body better, so you can really really heal the skin. But the thing is, what happens usually, people not only heal the skin, but they as well feel much better just overall. So this is something like, it's not for someone. So this is not for someone who like, I'm not your physician, so I would not be able to give you answers to everything. Like I cannot, because I don't know how your blood work. I never can examine you. So I will do my best, but I can't really do the nitty-gritties that I will do normally if you come to me as a patient in a hospital or in my practice. But and it's not for someone who, as I told you already, having a really good diet, eating all these vegetables, and eating probiotics and prebiotics, you know, and you know, having happy mind, like, you know, loving the body even if it's red. And then it's like, this is not for you, because you need to do some more work with functional medicine practitioner or with some integrative doctor to really do testing and test for what's going on in the body, because you know, this seems the gut, this is not the gut. So I hope that answers your question, Nadira.
Yes.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Very good. All right.
So for
Yeah.
the triggers, you said, how long do we see the symptom after exactly what we eat, or it will take 24 hours or 3 days? That's what I'm confused.
I see. It takes both. It can have immediate effect, or it can take it can be even overnight, especially with histamines. Like sometimes we have symptoms like in the morning, you eat something in the evening, and then in the morning it's like, what's going on? So and it can be not only with histamines but with others. So yeah, exactly, that's a good question actually, Nadira. You have to wait. That's why you're waiting. Like, you have the X once, and if you have a symptom, you don't have it again, and you don't add any more food, and you're waiting what the body does. So it's complex. It's hard to explain in like 1 minute, but yes, we have to it's short and long term as well. Like you know, it can be kind of 24 hours usually. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's good to have it to do it correctly, because otherwise we're creating more kind of that's when people go too much on a restriction, and then they really they make not good decision about food, and then they have all nutrition deficiencies and all that stuff. And you know, we can't replace a bad diet with supplements. We have to start cooking for ourselves. Cooking is a self-care, and it's something that we all have to do to really just go there and heal. All right, so tomorrow is another session. As I'm telling you, it's a bonus session. So I will manage to kind of put this into a nice picture, so I can you can have it as a roadmap. And for those who wants to join, do it now. You will be able to still join this the week after. I will put a link and then I close it, because then I like to have an exact number. It will be small group, because I won't really help all of you really like in a big way. And if it's big group, I would not be able to do that. So it's more like it will be small, really lovely, I hope, a compassionate group that we can help each other and do it together. And so, yes, I will put a link in the Facebook group and in the email for those who wants to join. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Take care of yourself, and thank you for joining me on Sunday. I really appreciate that. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.